Hello and welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Factorio, Bots and Trains. Time for gems, and I was looking around to see if I had grinding wheels anywhere, and it doesn't look like I do. I have the polishing. I have 3 polishing wheel areas, so I've got plenty of those. But the grinding wheels, I was looking at them here. 5 silicon carbide. Okay, so silicon carbide, powdered silicon, and carbon. So I disabled my carbon down here a little while ago because they were all burning. They're all burning coal and then using coal. And the crafting speed was 1, and it was a chemical furnace. So if I look at my other chemical furnace, electric chemical furnace, I can see it has twice the crafting speed. So I'm thinking we upgrade and we expand. So if I look here, electric chemical furnace, let's make 10 of these. Come down here, take away the water, and I'm going to need to expand this out, so I'll just take these out here. And that way, I keep picking up robots, which is super annoying. It's going to get a little dark here, but bear with me. So we have electric chemical furnace. We have yet another airplane going through. Unbelievable. So let's get rid of those. I'm just going to get rid of those. Start this process over again here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And now all of these I want to be making carbon. And it doesn't look like it makes carbon. There it is. All right. One short. I mean, it only needs 1 water, so... Okay, let's just stop. Just stop. Okay, so we want 1 for each one of these sets. Oh, Lord. Still needs coal, but it doesn't actually burn it to make it, which is nice. Our carbon use is climbing pretty quickly. That should be good. And looks like this whole section is out of power. Now this whole section is out of power. Aha, that's why. That was the only lifeline coming up here, was that little area. So where are all my robots? Oh, there they come. There they come. All right. Because I know I had coal in the system. It was weird that it took so long. So now we've got more carbon coming in. So let's look at grinding wheels. Bombs. Silicon carbide. Silicon carbide is powdered silicon. Powdered silicon is just a silicon plate. And what's the time on this? 5. So let's see if we can do... I have the silicon plate right here. So in an effort to get them to not... Oops. Not have to travel too far. Let's do something like this. And this is going to make powdered silicon, which means I need silicon plate, just like that. And then some power. There we go. Powdered silicon it is. All right, so now that we have powdered silicon, we can make silicon carbide, which is pretty straightforward. It's a 7-second process, but it's just the carbon and powdered silicon in what looks like a chemical furnace. So this electrochemical furnace is what we want. Boy, we use a lot of these. All right, so let's just sort of continue this up. Kind of can keep with the trend here. And this I want to be silicon carbide. Let's request more than just 2 of those. And 50 and 50 should be good. I'm still getting used to the new mouse. It's really way more sensitive than my other one. I keep picking up bots too. Probably have a lot of like miscellaneous stuff in my inventory just because of that. I don't know why I have aluminum plate, but oh well. All right, so now we've got silicon carbide. Now all we need to do is take some steel, and 5 of those makes in basically 1 per second. So that's a regular craft. So let's narrow that down to just 2. So I need some steel and silicon carbide. I don't know what's in here. Silicon carbide. I'm actually going to want quite a bit of that. So I want out, in, just like that. Yay, we got grinding wheels. Now let's go hammer out the rest of the gems. And I know this is not the most optimum system that's possible with the gems because of the crafting speed differences. So if you look, you know, you get 4 raw rubies per second here, but it takes 3.5 on this level, and then it takes 17.5 on this level. So with just one of these factories, you can you can literally, let's see, that's 4 per second, and you could really make an exponential curve here. Not really looking to do the whole exponential thing with the gems. I mean, if I really had to, I could. Let's see, we're gonna have to do it that way. And then the other one is the grinding wheel. So I can put, let's see, let's just do this. So I want grinding wheel, Bob's intermediates. Yep, grinding wheel. I don't want 100. Let's just stick to like 50. We go. A whole bunch more inserters. And then I need water. And let's see if I can sneak it in, like right here. Should be able to. I'd rather sneak it in from this side than the other, than up here, because I want the next step to be up here. So I need a pump. Which is fine right here. Pump water. Does not use too much. So this one should be fine. Should be fine. And then one more set. Don't know if I want yeah, maybe. Keep a space, but put a limit on these of like 2. That way, if I do need a lesser gem in a recipe, I have access to all 3. You know, medium. Alright, so these are actually going to need a couple other ingredients. And I think they also use some sort of acid. Oh, no, they don't. Awesome. They use that polishing compound. And I'm unsure if they actually... if I'm actually making that anywhere. So these will all get output to a chest. And I want to set just a single row. 10 stacks, just fine. Now for power, again, sort of keeping with the pattern. That way I could like blueprint it and move it if I really had to. There we go. So let's see if I actually have any of that polishing compound. Not sure. So I know I have polishing wheels, but what is that all? Looks like a little bottle of something. Materials, polishing compound. Do I have any? Doesn't look like I do. Okay, polishing compound. Alumina and light oil. Interesting. Do I have any light oil? I actually don't have any light oil. Okay, that is a problem. I have this set out over here just for that purpose. So what do I need? It is a chemical furnace or a chemical plant. This needs to be a polishing compound, please. And I need alumina. This is why I created like extra alumina. I remember right. Oh, way to do that right in the. There we go. So let's limit that to one row. It makes two per crafting cycle, which isn't bad. And this will use up quite a lot of light oil. So can I build just a regular pump? I can't, but I do have one. Awesome. I have a pump. I can put a red wire on it. And only greater than, let's see, I want 1,000. Fluids, light oil. Take that off. There we go. So now this pump will only trigger if this is greater than 1,000, which if this is going strong really shouldn't happen too much. So now I actually should be getting some processing. These are all limited. There we go. And I can now probably make, I need 5 diamonds. Here we go. Diamond pick, please. All right, I've got a diamond pick. It's my first one ever. I don't know what to grab. Oh wow, look at that. Nice. Where's the square? There we go. All right, man, I can mine super fast now. And let's get some mining drills upgraded. Galena is coming in really slowly. Sulfuric acid is sort of maintaining. It's maintaining at about 1,000. I have this thing set up to monitor it and augment it. What I can do is use this stuff up here and make sulfuric acid if I want. But having these full is not really optimum because it prevents nickel from actually being made. So if these are full, this has nowhere to put sulfuric acid, and so it kind of dies. But there we go. We now have polished gems working their way. That is awesome. We have sparkly gems. Well, that'll do it for this episode. Stay tuned for next, where we hopefully tackle the next tier of batteries. I'll have to keep an eye on my blue powder here, my cobalt oxide. Let my let my other copper run out. Should help quite a bit. But anyway, again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.